Hello, welcome to another edition of Software Developer Profile Reviews. My name's David. I am a software developer with way too much experience. So much experience as a developer, I don't want to be a developer anymore. I have then since gone on to run international recruitment teams. I have interviewed so many software developers that I don't want to interview software developers anymore. Now I show you, as a software developer or someone who wants to be a software developer, how to stand out in the market, how to get past the recruiters, how to land more job interviews and hopefully get more jobs. So without further ado, let's get on with today's profile review. Today we're looking at Adiba, who has told me they are a full stack Node and React developer. So let's do the review. Let's start with the banner image. You guys know how much I love a banner image. You might argue that it's not even that valuable, but I say, why waste the valuable screen real estate? Why not tell me, without me having to read a single word, exactly what you do, so I know, oh, this profile looks interesting, and we move on from there. So they go on to the headline: full stack developer at Code Your Future. I'm not sure why you have to say at Code Your Future, but so for me, full stack developer, great. Postgres, Node, React, JavaScript, CSS3, HTML5, Jest, TDD, Agile, Scrum. For me, there are too many things here. Lots of those things could be placed down into the About section. Certain things like CSS, HTML5, more senior developers will drop these because it's kind of implied on some level. I do think, you could be trimming this down and going, so what's going to get you a job? Having Postgres is good, Node's good, React's good. Having experience with Jest and TDD is good. And I often encourage developers to go and explore what are the commonly requested complementary skills to the job titles that you're normally applying to. So I would say we can trim that down. Normally then I go on to your About section. Where is your About section? So I'm going to read this as I normally do, like a recruiter: a passionate, don't believe you; diligent, don't believe you; and organised ex-investment bank analyst, impressive, okay, who became familiar with the technology industry. Now you're assuming I care. I don't. I do. But for the sake of this profile review, I'm trying to be a recruiter who doesn't care. Recruiters don't care about people. They do. I'm being silly. So I love to work within teams and contribute to user-focused goals. So this for me, during COVID time, I took time away from the workplace to take care of my family. It's lovely, but this doesn't help a recruiter. A recruiter is just like, is this a profile worth keeping open to explore in more depth, to spend more time with, to say, are you right for this job? We need to be hitting them in the face. So this should be tech, tech, tech. What do you do? What are you learning? What's next? And I can see you start mentioning the tech in paragraph 2. So the recruiter will read your profile in depth and find out about you if you've given them reason to do so. So don't hide the reasons to do so in paragraph 2 and 3. It's paragraph 1. And I think even that could be more hard-hitting about what are you learning, how are you applying it, and where can I see more. So I love that you've got some posts that are featured. What I'd like to say, because I talk about this a lot, so there's other reviews where you might get different bits of knowledge from each one. But whenever someone features a post, I always go, okay, look at it and think, a lazy recruiter is not going to click and open all these things and find out what they are. So they're just going to read the bits they can see. After a long time, I have written an article. I don't care. Successfully built an application that facilitates creation, retrieval and modification of posting jobs. There's no value here. This one tells me that you're doing something with React, but can you see how you've got 1 or 2 lines to entice me to view more? And this then extends down to your activity. What's this one? I'd have to click through to find out. So no, nothing there. 50 projects for React. I don't know what that is. No. Quite interesting as I'm interested in testing. So no. Get down to here. I love that you pulled out the skills. That's great. If I read through the experiences, what I normally say on experiences is bullet points. What did you build? What did you learn? What was the business benefit? And then extras could be, what were the challenges and how did you overcome them? So if I look at these, delivered a professional level product. Okay, bit light. So successfully built an application that facilitates the creation, retrieval and modification of jobs posting. Okay, so when you were a developer, you were successfully building an application. So that's when you were a developer. Point 2, developed features in a cross-functional agile team. So when you were a developer, you were developing features. I should hope you were. Designed and implemented new features. More features. And then next one, successfully implemented CRUD operations. Can you see how this is very light? I want to know specifically, what did you build and what was the business benefit? Demonstrated strong teamwork. Again, it's the light side of things. So I think we need to be far more hard-hitting with what we're saying here on those bullet points. If I like what I've seen in your profile, I'm going to go and see more evidence, and there's nothing for me to get to. Now, did you link them up down here as well? That's a blog. So no, I'm not going to go and view more of these. Let's do it for the sake of it. Let's go and see what we can find. But as a recruiter, I'd probably be gone by now. What is this? A coding challenge. How I solve coding challenges. Okay, that's not bad, but I had to work to get to it. What's this one? Let's open this one as well. Learning about React. This is why I'm a big fan of placing the value on LinkedIn, because learning about React, it doesn't inspire confidence to the recruiter at this stage. So I think you're doing, because you're putting things out there, which is great, but now we need to think when somebody else comes along, and this is why I say to people on the course, we start posting, because getting over the hurdle of posting is job one, but then we need to come back in a week's time and go, what is the value of that post? How could we extract more value? Who are you trying to communicate to, and what's the value that person's looking for? So at this point, I can see why you might be getting passed over. I certainly think there's things we can do with the about section, things to do with the featured posts, what you're doing in your activity, and I'd be more concise here and put a banner image on it. I hope that's been helpful. As always, I know I'm harsh, but I'm trying to give you the feedback that recruiters don't often have time to give you. If anyone else would like a profile review, please head over to crushing.digital and click on the button that says profile review at the top. There is a little bit of a queue, but I'll get to you as soon as possible. And I'll see you next time, everyone. Take it easy.